Okay, so we're back. There's been a bit of change since our last video. So in a week, we have actually had some major things going on here at That Random Geeky Guy. So first things first, we have a new logo. So you may have noticed that in the video intro. You may have noticed it in terms of our icon on YouTube, as well as through other social media channels. The reason for this is that the channel is slowly but surely starting to mature. And as part of that, we've got a bit of a refresh going on. It also marks the imminent end of the Founder Edition t-shirt. So the Founder Edition t-shirt is going to remain on thatrandomgeekyguy.com for one more week from today, and then it's gone. So if you want one of the Founder Edition t-shirts, if you want to support the channel, now is the time to head on over there. In addition to that, we've also just broke 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I wanted to mark the event and just say a massive thank you to the whole community. It means a huge amount to me that some of you actually want to tune in and listen to me dribbling on every week. So thank you very much. This video, as in the title today, is we're talking about how you can convert your gaming room, your bedroom, your man cave, whatever it might be called, with just some real simple additions in terms of lighting and how it can be really cost effective. So I've actually got a box sat next to me here from a company called Sungyin. Sungyin manufacture essentially RGB cable strips. You've probably seen them all over the place. But the great thing about this one I've got in front of me today is that this one is actually ARGB, which means it's addressable RGB, meaning that each individual LED can be controlled to a different color. This means you can create some fantastic effects, and it's an exceptionally great way to create atmosphere and really make your setup absolutely bounce, look brilliant. So what I wanted to do is get this opened up in front of you so you can see that if you were to pick up one of these, what you can expect to see in the box. What I'm then going to do is we're going to head up into my man cave, and I'm going to show you how we've implemented these in the past and how much of a difference they really make. So without further ado, let's get into this box. So this is a brand new kit. And it's a 5 meter strip. They do them in multiple lengths. 5 meters is a great workable length, which is fantastic. There's something that's quite different on these strips, which I'm going to point out to you in terms of how it's processed and how it works. Now, some of these, the real kind of cheap end version of these, you just get kind of a push button remote, which is still great. But this opens up a lot of other functionalities with compatibility with multiple smart assistants, and I think that's where this kind of really shines. So in the packet, we've just got our normal wall adapter. We've got a small instruction manual. We've got an adhesive pad. We've got this, which is the control box. So the great thing about this control box is that it's actually Wi-Fi. So this Wi-Fi control box will connect to your existing network and allow you to control this ARGB strip using either your smartphone, a tablet, or actually just your voice through a voice assistant. So this is pretty cool. It actually has inbuilt buttons as well so that you can change bits and pieces on the actual control unit itself. Now, this is the reel of ARGB lighting. Now, the kicker here, now I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this. You probably won't because it's probably going to be a bit small, but if I just pull this out of here a little bit, every so often along this strip, you're going to see a black microchip. So a little bit of silicon here all the way along. Now this gives it independent control over those different banks of LEDs, essentially giving you something that gives you great control and you can make a real difference to how it looks. Now, like I said, we're going to head on upstairs. I'm going to show you what implementation looks like using these really cost-effective, decent quality ARGB strips. Also, make sure that you stay till the end of the video because this specific kit I'm actually going to be giving away as a little thank you to all of my wonderful subscribers who have made the 1,000 subscribers possible. So make sure you stay tuned in so that you can enter towards the end of the video to get your hands on this awesome ARGB kit. Right, let's head on up to the man cave and see what we've got going on. Welcome back to the man cave. So today we are talking about these ARGB light strips. This room actually has a few of them in. Now I know you've seen this room before, but let me kind of point out some bits and pieces. So first up, the green light that you see here to my left is one of these ARGB strips. The blue one that's up behind me and up over the ceiling, that's also one of these, and there's also another one behind you guys as well. And it's all about adding atmosphere, and it's a very, very cost-effective way of doing just that. Now, I utilize it primarily with my voice assistant. So I am going to be talking about some of those commands today. So straight away, I apologise, but I am going to mute the buzzwords to make sure that I don't trigger yours at home, because I know how frustrating that can be. So first things first, let's look at this strip across the top here. So if I was to ask my voice assistant to change that colour to red, I think it's quite obvious what's going to happen. Set gaming ceiling light to red. There we go. So that's now been set and changed to red. I must emphasise, actually, this strip is actually in an aluminium kind of trunking with a diffusing layer on top. Now, whilst on camera, you might be able to pick up some of the hot spots. Actually, with the naked eye, it's much more diffused, and it's a great way of getting that kind of more subtle lighting effect. I will link them in the video description. I highly recommend them, especially if they're exposed. One of the important things I find when creating atmosphere is to not have these LED hotspots. This isn't just in a room, but actually when you're building your custom PC, don't have the LEDs right in your face, because it just doesn't look great. But with a diffuse channel, I can have that. All the other light strips are actually just in a convenient space to essentially have a reflection of light. So the green one that you see up there is reflecting off the wall behind it, and you get a great effect. Now, every single thing can be controlled independently. So the green light that you see up here, I can now change that. Let's cross it across to blue, shall we? So set gaming backlight to blue. So what will happen now is that will communicate to the communication channel that's built into the ARGB strip, and there we go, it's changed to blue. Real simple, real easy. The lights that you see in the cabinets, these are just plain white lights. They came from IKEA, again quite cheap, and they're plugged into a smart plug, so it's literally just an on and off scenario. You can't actually adjust the temperature, the brightness, or the colour. But if you want to turn them off in a gaming experience, it's very simple. So turn off display lights. So there we go, off they go, and the atmosphere changes again. Let's get that red light away. So change gaming ceiling light to blue. And then finally, let's put this strip back to the colour that it was previously. Change gaming backlight to green. So what you'll tend to find then is that having contrasting colours, you'll notice in a lot that I do, I use kind of blue and green, that contrasting colour makes a real difference to atmosphere. Now at the moment, I actually have a studio light on top of my filming rig, which is just to light up this mess you see in front of you. But if I turn that off, which I will do before we kind of head back downstairs, you'll see kind of the difference that it makes in terms of the look and the appearance of the room. So I think that's kind of worth doing. But on the whole, you can create some great experiences. My advice to you is follow straight lines wherever possible. So if you've got a good straight edge that you can use, for example, to the left here, all the way along there, the green strip that you can just kind of see a hue from is going along the back of a daybed. And it's perfectly following the line, and it's on there reflecting against the wall. Again, it creates a better experience. The same across here. I could have put them on the bottom of that shelf, which would have worked, but you'd have seen the LEDs. It doesn't look as good. So it's going on top of these cabinets and up firing, and then you can see the color that it's producing. So I think that looks better, it's cleaner, and works really well. There is another light behind you, which I'm not going to flip you around and bore you with, but essentially it's the same principle. There's a large large rectangular cabinet behind you, and the light strips going up the side, up across the top, and then down the other side, reflecting against the wall. You can't see those hot spots, and you get a much, much better atmosphere. Now, cost. I've said this is really cost effective. What if I told you that these really good quality ARGB light strips are £25 or less if you catch them on promotion? And that's for a 5-metre, Wi-Fi enabled, smart home controlled LED light strip with really good quality LEDs. This video isn't sponsored, this is just the product that I've used and I found it to be really good. So I thought, why the hell not? Let's talk to the community and tell them that they can achieve the same awesome effects in their gaming room, their man cave, whatever it might be, their space, and have that great colour reproduction by using these awesome ARGB strips. So before we head down, I'm going to turn off the camera light real quickly around you guys so that you can see the room in all its glory. So I've kind of disappeared a little bit, but you can see the atmosphere that this creates. It looks fantastic. That light up here, by the way, isn't flickering like you might be seeing. It's just because of the frequency of that light and the camera. It is a static light. But yeah, this is the atmosphere that it creates when you're sat in here watching a movie, playing games, whatever it might be. It's very immersive, it's very calming, and I absolutely love it. Let's head back downstairs and talk about it a bit more. Okay, so what do you think? I think it looks fantastic, and I say it's a great way to make a real difference in terms of atmosphere and feeling in your space. So you can do a lot with just real simple implementations of stuff like this. That you see in the room upstairs, as we talked about previously in the video, is a real cost-effective way of doing it as well. If you want to pick up this product and some of the other products that I've mentioned, there are links to them. They are paid links. They're Amazon associate links down in the video description. If you want to support the channel, that's a great way to buy them because we do get a small kickback. So thank you for that. But if you want this exact kit right here, you can also enter this competition to make sure that you take it home. It's really, really simple. All I need from you to enter is I need you to make sure that you are subscribed to us here on YouTube. You need to give this video a thumbs up. You need to share it. And then finally, you need to comment below saying, I want it. With that, you are entered. We'll be drawing the enter randomly, and I'll announce the winner via our social media channels in a week's time. Other than that, if you've got any questions about anything that's been featured in this video, make sure you stick it in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer anything that I can, or at least try and point you in the right direction. Head on over to thatrandomgeekyguy.com, pick up some of the final Founder Edition t-shirts to support the channel and do your piece. I'd really appreciate it. If you like the video, give it that thumbs up. If you dislike it, you know what to do. Other than that, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button to see our future videos. Take care, and I'll see you next time.